Going on YouTube channel, stars down there again, y'all, with the Go Hard or Go Home channel. Your regular, everyday, average guy out here telling y'all what's going on with this junk. So, hey, look, today I'm going to talk a little bit about submission and choosing, okay? We'll talk a little bit about that. If y'all don't know much about me, this is one of my first videos that you're watching. Did a big old look at the manosphere for about 6 months to a year. And I'm releasing videos to help guys and women that want to be able to get out of that arena. All right. So today we're going to talk about this choosing signal and this submission thing a little bit. We're even going to get over to looking at the hypergamy chart because I got it. I still have it, and I'm going to be going over it again. So without further ado, we're going to jump into this. Y'all hit like, subscribe, share at the end of the video if that's what y'all want to do. That's how you donate to the channel. Don't send cash apps. I don't do those. All right. So we're going to start off here with a comment from one of the most influential and, information type giving viewer that I have so far. All right. So I asked Jamil, this guy here, and him been talking back and forth about a few things, and I asked him to explain women not checking for him. Okay. So when he explained that to me, he says it's choosing signals and he never had a female approach. And this is coming from a guy who was winning. I'm talking about making more than 1K a week, a nice apartment, and a car, and not one female check for me. Okay, so this type of stuff is the reason why I'm going to talk about some of this today. I'm going to be bringing out the hypergamy chart too while we're doing it. All right, guys, homie, right here. All right. Choosing signals and females approaching happen under certain circumstances, okay? And you also got to look at what you're defining as winning. Winning can't be on your rules. Winning doesn't have to be on their rules, okay? By women's rules, okay? I'm just going to be honest with y'all guys. I mean, like, the doggone game coaches and stuff like that, they can't do that no more. Like, I remember, like, Jamil, you came to me off of Lucario's channel. But there's no answer for you there, and there's really no answer here, okay? The only thing, the answer is going to come from you. You're going to have to do this yourself, okay? But you're going to have to understand these type of things. I'm going to tell you some shit that Lucario couldn't tell you. All right? This what you talking about ain't winning. Not to certain women, okay? 1K a week, you got an apartment and a nice car. You're looking good to the hood chicks. That's it. I remember you complaining to me several times about I can only get this level of women. This is why. Because you're thinking, and it's not your fault. It's not the fault of any of the guys that are really paying attention to this type of stuff. It's just that y'all been bullshitted by people who were selling snake oil. And they trying to tell you that's winning. It's not. Not by women's standards. No. If you got a nice car and an apartment and you got a job, it doesn't matter what you're making. It's a job. Women got a problem with jobs. People don't understand that, but they should. You got plenty of women on this doggone YouTube by itself. They just get on here and just bash men who work. Blue collar guys. I wouldn't fuck with that. I'm trying to tell y'all, let me just go ahead and put the hypergamy chart up. That shit puts you in the bottom 30% of freaking men. I'm telling you the honest truth. Here's the hypergamy chart. Let me go ahead and run myself down some. A job is going to put you here. Unless this job is making like 6 figures, then you start being here. All right. These are uber rich guys, way more than 6 figures, millionaires and shit. This right here is when you start being low 90s, 80s, 100. That's just 20%. So maybe 70, maybe you'll be pushing this shit, but maybe at 70 grand a year, you'll start being in the upper 20, in the lower 20. If you get anything less than that, bro, your ass is in the bottom 30% of men. And as you can see with this chart, you only got access to the bottom 30% of women and the lower 20% of women. And they might not take your ass either because they're going to be getting looked at by guys from higher up. It was kind of real in the field here, guys. I mean, like, women don't call this shit, that some of this stuff that y'all calling winning, women don't call it winning. Women don't call it that. I want y'all to remember when if y'all watch the shows, y'all watch the shows, especially that Kevin Samuels show, what shows they be bringing women on, they're not telling you that they want guys who go to work. They're not saying that. They all keep saying if he goes to work, he has the ambition to do this, or he has to work. So that's my proof of that. Okay. Matter of factly, if you went and you started pulling up them, instead of me pull up a bunch of videos and showing your ass, y'all can go and do that yourself. You should be knowing that by now. This part shouldn't have to be explained. A job is putting you in the bottom 30% of men. That's why you got a whole manosphere freaking complaining and saying, hey, look, you know, well, women's standards are outrageous. Women's standards are outrageous. They're not fucking outrageous. You're being outrageous because instead of realizing that you're at the bottom 30% and taking the bottom 30%, you don't want to do that. But the truth is, it's not outrageous because even the bottom 30% of women, you look at this chart, and I got this chart from the university. These motherfuckers are doing these damn studies on this shit. And it says exactly what I was thinking before. As a matter of fact, no matter how many doggone charts I find, they're all going to say the same shit. I understood this from a kid. I'm going to keep saying that. I understood it from a kid. The reason we understood it from a kid was because we was told how this shit works. And now people trying to not work it that way. And especially guys that trying to not work it that way. Hey, look. The truth is, if you want submission, your ass is not going to get it if you're the bottom 30%. It ain't going to happen. And you might get it, but if you do, it's going to be from one of the women across the other side over there. And most of y'all don't want them. Your Instagram models, your good-looking chick. I mean, you can still get a good-looking girl at the bottom 30%. You can still do that. But what I'm starting to find out is that most guys don't want that. They want submission from these upper-level groups of women, and that's not going to happen for you. I'm telling you with the chart. That's why I brought up the comment first. So I wanted to show that, hey, look, that shit ain't winning. That's the bottom 30% of men. They all can do that. Okay? That's what y'all guys got to start understanding. If you're the bottom 30% of men, you got a car, you got an apartment, you got this. You don't stand out. You don't stand out. You're just the same as him. That's not winning. He has a car. He has an apartment. What's the difference between you and him? When I tell women where I live at, like me, so I'm engaged. And I don't have to do that. I tell my wife all the time. I don't gotta do that. I choose to do that with you. Why? Because I move myself. I don't got it perfect enough. It's not perfect. But I'm in enough of a position to where shit. All the women in this lower 20 and fucking bottom 30, because see, I'm telling you the truth, I put myself in the fucking bottom 30. I'm really kind of more in the lower 20 right there. Because of where I live. And because of where I set myself up, where I live. If you want to change this stuff, that's what I'm telling y'all. This is how women do this shit. Y'all got to start understanding their rules and how they do it. You got to have more than that guy in your area. If you don't, then you just on the same level as him. So, you can't expect for them to just be checking like that because, shit, you got an apartment and a car. You just like everybody else. Okay? You just like everybody else. That's not winning. Guys got to start understanding. In order for you to say you winning or that you really think that, let me go to showing this chart. Let me just go, we're going to just go to this chart. Screw it, guys. We're going to go to this chart because guys work better with pictures and instruction. So here it is. Look at this chart. Everywhere where you see a pink arrow, that is where there's going to be choosing. Okay? Notice, none of those are going to the bottom 30% of men. You got to go get them. If you go to the top of this right here, right? And you look at it, at the top, there's back and forth. And then there's for the top 10% of women, there's up to the top 1% of men, top percent of men. So you see what I'm saying? Everywhere there's a pink arrow, there's going to be submission. There's not going to be submission to the bottom 30%. It's not going to happen. It is not going to happen. It's not going to be checking for the bottom 30%. It's not going to be. They call that settling. They call that settling. Every time that when you watch the Kevin Samuels show and he started telling them, what about a normal guy with a job? They started calling it settling. You don't take my word for it. You can go over there and binge watch that shit for hours, days. That dude did all kinds of work on that. Don't shoot the messenger, but it's just the truth. What I'm doing on this YouTube thing, I'm getting on here and I'm pointing out these truths because see, you got all kind of mess on this shit to make money, but I'm not here to make money. I ain't even gonna be here forever. You know what I'm saying? Just a couple of years to keep putting out these truths and talking to a few people. And when I feel like enough of the truth has been put out, I'm gonna be gone because people can accept the truth that they're not, and these videos will be here forever. But somebody's got to tell the damn truth. Okay. Watch that. When that dude was doggone talking to women about that, he started saying, hey, well, what about this guy? What about that? And dude, the guy at the bottom 30% got to start understanding. Your girlfriend is a girl that works at the gas station. Your girlfriend, the highest level girlfriend you probably going to get, going to be like a CNA or somebody who work at like Walmart or some shit. Because if you get any higher than that, she gonna start having more money than you, and that ain't gonna be that's gonna be a problem. Notice, none of these arrows shoot to a place where the woman has less money. The pink arrows, look at them. At the top, she's got equal money, but she got nowhere else to go, so it goes straight across. But even right here at the top 10% of women, it's still going to go up. And then that lower 20%, the rest of the women, they ain't even got to try. Because the other guys with money going to come and get them. They still got the blue arrow still moving that way. You still have to go to get them. Bottom 30%. You still got to go to the 30%. You're probably not going to get choosing signals if this woman thinks you're in the same group as her. And if all you guys in an apartment, a car, and the same thing everybody else got, and y'all in the same group, you finna have to talk, Jamil. There ain't gonna be no choosing signals. Not no hardcore ones. You ain't gonna get that until when you can walk in public and women automatically can identify you as being higher level than the other guys that's around you, or you hanging out with higher level guys, or you hanging out in places where women know that those kind of guys are. If you still hanging out in the regular places, guys, with everybody else, then you can't really expect too much of this jump. The data is showing you. It should be something that people know. But you had to get a doggone chart and show this jump to people. That's how this jump works. Okay? Submission for women is going to come to guys that they feel that they're in a lower position than. The only reason it works that way at the top is because there ain't nowhere else to go. That's the only reason that works that way. So, just been a little quick drop on that one. Because I want to bring in a hypergamy chart and show it to you. Okay? But women are going to choose off of stuff like that. They're going to be more submissive to guys like that. Look, guys. This submission thing is submission. Listen to the word submission. That means that you are going to submit to a person. Most times, that people in general are like this. For somebody to submit to anybody, this person got to be in a higher level than them. And you can see from the chart, if you're in the 30%, I'm telling you, you're in the 30%. If you're a dude with a job, you ain't making like 70, 80,000, 60,000, shit, 60. And at 60 and 70, you getting like right in there. Right in there. If y'all can see that arrow moving right there, you're getting like right in here. You're breaking this right here. Just at the barely top level of this shit. People don't want to explain that. People don't want to say that because, see, everybody else, like I said, they on this shit to make money. But if you keep looking at what they're saying, eventually you're gonna find it. I mean, like even Kevin Samuels, when you was watching his show, it kept saying that you're gonna keep getting the same result. Even he kept saying it. I keep asking, I keep getting the same result. I keep asking, I keep getting the same result. But I knew them results wasn't gonna change. He knew they wasn't gonna change because he was an older guy. I mean, like, I think if you under 40, right now I'm about 44 years old, and I think that if you're less than 40, you probably got told at school that everybody's gonna win and all the other good shit. That's bullshit. And they screwed men and women when they did that. But let me tell y'all guys the real quick truth before I get out of here on this one. Okay? You see, this bottom 30% of women didn't. What's the best way of explaining this so y'all can get it? When they got jobs, when women start having jobs and understanding jobs and money and working and stuff like that, it took something away from the bottom 30% of guys, okay? Because women didn't go to work like that back in the day. I can tell you that, but it's real. Back when I was a kid, if you seen somebody, mama working, their family probably was fucked up. Because their daddy had done left them or whatever, whatnot, and all the other good junk, and you knew it. Or their mama, their dad was a bum or some shit or something. It was just like that in most cases, because in most cases when I was younger, the two people stayed together and raised a kid. All right. That started to change over the years. All right. Because women started being more liberated and more thing. But when they got jobs, that took away that shit where you could say, I'm a guy with a job and I got an apartment. That took that away because she's got the same thing. See, that's what y'all guys I start understanding. You're not gonna get submission like that from somebody who has the same shit as you. Bro. Mm-mm. Look at this chart. This chart is telling you. I'm just gonna let that sink in, guys. Look at the chart. It is telling you. You don't see any pink arrows going anywhere where the woman is equal. You don't see it. Mm-mm. And guys in the 30% got an extra part. That's why you got these guys complaining. Because see, like these guys right here, these are your guys who are making 50, no, not 50, 60, 70, 80,000, $100,000 a year. You know what I'm saying? A little bit more than that. You know what I'm saying? Probably up to about 120. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna get these women. That bottom 30%, the regular women. If you just look at the damn data, y'all, if you look at the sheet, it's telling you that you're gonna freaking lose if you stay at that bottom 30%. It's telling you that. That's why I made this video. Because I'm finna start telling guys that shit. They won't tell you this. The rest of them won't tell you this because they'll be out of a freaking job. I ain't here for no damn job. I'm here to talk to a select group of guys who really want to tell themselves the truth. The whole manosphere keeps complaining and crying about the submission thing. I'm just pointing out to you that, hell, if you're an everyday average working guy, you're not probably going to get it. This is a hypergamy chart. They're already telling you how this shit works. And it's too easy to get out of that bottom 30%. It's too easy. But you got guys coming on here telling you it's okay to stay there, and it's not. If you're looking at this chart, it's not okay. Now, if you're willing to accept the bottom 30% of women, it's just freaking fine. But then I look at the fact that there's a whole manosphere that's complaining and bitching about having to accept the bottom 30% of women. So I'm assuming that most guys don't want to do that. You know? But you're going to have to. Because if you're looking at the doggone, people are always words of receipts. Well, this is the one time I'm giving y'all one. The reason I don't really get receipts because y'all already don't want to see what you're getting back in change. That's really some of the truth. Women going only to submit to men who are in a higher level than them. And you can see right here, and look at the middle part of the chart. Like this lower 20, this right here, these guys, they ain't even trying. You got to go to them. This group of women is your highly professional working women. They don't got time for shit. That's them. This down here is a working girl too, you know what I'm saying? But she ain't highly professional, so this is the girl who's got weekends off. Like I said, it's everyday regular worker. These women are making high figures and shit too. Like I said with these guys, this is like 70, high 60s, $80,000 a year. 90, 100,000. That fits into this. You're here, your ass is below that. $1,000 a week, that's $4,000 a month, $48,000, $50,000 a year, bottom 30%. About 20 grand short of being where you need to be. If you want all this shit, all this submission and stuff like that, because this is how they judge it. I'm just being honest. This is how they judge it. That's why I put up the thing. And I shouldn't have to show the chart. People should know this shit. Just from watching YouTube by itself, if anything. Just from watching, you know what I'm saying, and listening to women and listening to them say what they want. You should about know this. There's a million videos on this dog on YouTube of women saying they want six-figure guys and all the other good shit. So it shouldn't be too much. You can't really dispute this. There's no disputing this, and the problem with it is that the reason why I'm the only one that'll bring it up because I'm not looking to get a bunch of people to coddle. I ain't gonna coddle you. I'm gonna tell you the truth. You in that bottom 30%. You look at this chart. It's telling you where you can go. And that one going up to the lower 20%, that you finna struggle to get that. That's why the guys are complaining. It's so hard to get with women, so hard to get with women. It's probably not. If you go across to that 30%, your girlfriend gonna have to make less money than you. That's pretty much it. And she probably need to be at a lower level in life than you. That's why you need to get your level up as high as possible. Because see, if I gotta, it's different if I gotta go get the little lawyer intern chick. That's one thing. Okay. Or the clerk from the lawyer office. That's one thing. You know, it works like this, guys. Look, I'm gonna quit beating this horse because you'll sit here and talk about it forever. It's kind of self-explanatory. That's why I brought the chart. All right, that's why I brought the chart because you can look at that visually and it tells you everything you need to know. You look at those pink lines, guys. That's where the women are gonna be doing choosing signals. That's what women are gonna be approaching. If you're in the bottom 30%, don't expect it. Don't expect it. If all you got is the same shit that the other guys got, don't expect to be approached. Expect to have to do the approaching. and don't expect a whole lot of submission. Women can always do better than you. If a woman looks good, she always gonna be able to do better than you. And guys gotta understand that. Okay. So this has been one of my first lessons on how submission works and how choosing signals and such work. All right. They're based on this stuff right here. All right. If there's a lot of guys out there that's not getting chosen, getting picked, you need to move your level. Until you got that level, good shit. Because I wasn't getting that a whole lot of times either when I was just, you know what I'm saying? But it's different for me now because I hang out, like I'm in certain areas. Like, I stick out in those areas because it's like, it's not a lot of guys that are like me. Yeah, that's the easy way of explaining it. Okay. So, this is how submission works, guys. This is how submission works. It's how choosing works. It works through this little hypergamy model that's behind me right now. All right, it works through that little model. There's enough of that showing to show you right now that if you're at the bottom level of men, then your choices are severely limited. Women's choices are limited at the top of the pyramid. Men's choices are limited when he's at the bottom of it. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Drop the comments. In the comment section, let me know what y'all think. But this been Taurus Donnie, y'all. Go home, go hard to go home channel. That's how submission works. That's how submission works. That's how submission works, and it's how the choosing signal thing works. And it works through the hypergamy model the same way. All right? It just is what it is. But y'all drop the comments, hit like, subscribe, share, let me know what y'all think about this one. It's been Taurus Donnie. Go hard or go home.